it's Flash back with some more charts and another video. Just past 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Markets just closed. And this is the URA on the monthly. We're at support. And if we zoom in on the weekly here, I grabbed the fractal from, I think it was back here, starting in October of 2023 through February of 24. Kind of just copy and pasted it and said, we're at the bottom of this time cycle. We appear to be troughing. This week so far we are green. Looks like a little bit of a green doji. Yeah, I know it's just Monday, but this is what we would want to start seeing in terms of bottoming out in accordance with the time cycle. And so if I put it on the line chart, you see this time cycle has just been absolutely on point. The vast majority of this uranium bull run so far, right? So even right here, it got up, took a little bit of a dip, and it resumed upwards. Same thing, up, a little bit of a dip here, and now we're resuming upwards now. I mean, if this could, I don't want to say the time cycle is diverging. We don't know that yet, but this is it's doing exactly what the time cycle is implying here. So if we put it back on the candle chart, I'm confident here. I know the sentiment is terrible. I know everyone hates uranium right now, but the bigger term ratios and the fundamentals for uranium and clean energy, they're too good to pass up. So I think we got to take advantage of here right now. And so URA looks pretty good. Again, right on monthly support. This is the weekly time frame, but we're on monthly support at the bottom of a time cycle. I would expect us to be putting in a bottom for the remainder of July. And then in August, I think we go up. That's what I'm feeling here. And so I'm just going to go through a handful of these tickers highlighted in yellow. We're going to stay on the weekly time frame, and you'll see, CCJ is right at support. This trend line has been holding since the beginning, right? Good amount of touch points right here. And, again, we're getting support where we need to be getting support. So all looks good in CCJ land. Yeah, this was an ugly red candle last week, but let's bounce back this week. Deep yellow, DYL. Bearish wedge. Looks like we're correcting in a 1, 2, 3 formation so far. We'll see if that holds. We want to get above this candle right here and resume higher. FSY. FSY is also at critical support down here, right here. If this trend line is real, there's a huge wick from last week. Not huge, but there's a pretty good, decent-sized wick. And so far, if we look at the daily, nice bounce there on the daily. So it looks to be holding as support for now. Denison Mines, similar story. Right at a big critical support level. We got horizontal and a sloping horizontal support coming in. We're doing our little ABC as I've been chatting about. And we just want to finish out July. Just take me to August right now. Silex, these are just a couple of the tickers that I'm kind of liking in terms of their bigger structure and where we're at. Silex, pretty clean channels. Big support rail right in the middle, support and resistance. Bouncing back into the weekly. Would love for this to kind of get a bullish engulfing on the weekly. That would be amazing for Silex. Over to Sky Harbor. Bullish engulfing candle a couple weeks ago. Wasn't a bearish engulfing candle last week, so we're still, we still have energy from that bullish engulfing. And if we pull this out onto the monthly, looks really good. Let's look at momentum here. So I think if we can get above this line on the monthly, that's going to confirm this as a bottom for Sky Harbor. And then ultimately, we're going to want to kind of bust out of this sloping horizontal trend line, okay? So a little bit of patience here is needed specifically for Sky Harbor. We'll look at Laramide. Retesting that breakout of resistance right here. Kind of a double retest, if you will. Again, you got that ABC here. And then within that ABC, you even have an ABC right there too. So we just want to get above this low. and I think we'll be in good shape with Laramide. That could be a long-term buy signal in my opinion. MGA, you know I love these wedges. We'll drop out onto the monthly. We're approaching that 3-year moving average, and we even dipped below it in this last correction, right? So approaching support. Mega looks good. Just needs some time. I sound like a broken record, I feel like, in a lot of these videos. But Canalaska is especially looking good in my opinion. You know, we haven't really dipped too much. It looks like we're bull flagging underneath a ton of resistance right here. But if I pull up momentum, Canalaska is one of the best looking uranium charts in terms of momentum, defined by the distance percentage from the 3-year moving average. So if we can crack this support line, we look really, really good. And then we zoom in on the weekly, maybe do Heikin-Ashi so we kind of see what we're dealing with. It just looks so good in my opinion. And same with Western Uranium. We'll go to the monthly again and look at the momentum. See, a lot of the other uranium tickers have lost this trend line, but Western Uranium is holding it so far. So again, one of the better looking stocks in my opinion. FUU on the weekly. We want to get above this trend line, stay above this one, and kind of have an ascending triangle look to it. And there's some head and shoulders action all over this chart. This looks explosive. FCU, fission uranium, similar story. Head and shoulders, big macro head and shoulders it looks like. Ascending triangle almost. See how momentum's doing. You know, you kind of had a momentum breakdown here. It was pretty steep, but that kind of told us, hey, we're going to enter a little bit of a consolidation. We'll see if we want to put another trend line on here. You know, maybe that could work. I'm not sure. Need more data. But I think FCU looks really good. Just consolidating still. Another one is FMC, Form Energy. On the big picture time frame, rounded bottom, rounded base, bullish wedge, another bullish wedge. It looks really, really explosive, and you know, it's not going to really let you know when this thing is going to start ripping. Like, yeah, we'll break this wedge, but it could move very fast. Only thing I'm concerned about with Form Energy is we're below this 3-year moving average, but we do have a bullish wedge, bullish consolidation under this technical resistance, which is the 3-year moving average. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing pop when everything else runs. Again, give us to the end of July. I think that's, you know, U.UN is showing a little bit of promise today so far on the weekly. Green candle so far on the weekly. And then URA measured in U.UN. You know, I think this is a bullish triangle, which just needs to play out. So again, guys, moral of the story, you know, I hate to be a broken record, but I think, you know, we're right on support, big support. You know, we have a potential path here that we could follow. I think we trust the time cycle, and we just let the days and weeks go by, and I think we're eventually be in good shape. But that's my message today. I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but I think it's an important reminder. So drop me a like if you found this helpful. I'll see you guys in the next one.